It is day 2 for a Uber and Lyft driving series here, where we're going to be driving every day for the next 7 days and figure out how much we can make in Southern California. I got a super late start today. It's 6:20 p.m. Yesterday, I started like at 9 a.m. and it was really good, but today I didn't really see that many offers. I think there was like one or two. It's like $2 extra, but I had a bunch of other work that I had to do and run a bunch of errands, so I just finished. We're going to get started now, starting in Redlands right now. And the sun's about to go down, so we'll see how it goes. So I just wanted to log in real quick and show you the rides, on what I'm getting paid, what it comes out to per mile, as well as comparing it to other days and other rides where I do get bonuses, and just to kind of see a comparison there. So the first ride, 6:32 p.m., made $16.14. The original upfront estimate was going to be $15, so that's what they show on the screen when they want to offer you the ride. But the estimate time they said was going to be around 32 minutes, but it ended up taking 42, so they gave me an extra dollar or so. So if we do the math there, 1614 divided by 20.57 equals 78 cents per mile. Now, I'd say that's like the average in this area usually, but I try to go for, a dollar or more per mile, which is kind of difficult in this area. It's a little bit easier to do in LA, which is why I try to go out there as much as I can. And if we compare that to, let's say, yesterday, where I got, a 10% turbo. I like how they call it turbo. So 1344. So the original was, so 1344. So they show you, this is the amount, and then the 10%, which is included. And so it took a little bit longer, like another 6 minutes longer, which is not too bad. And actually it was faster the way that I went. So if we do the math, 1344 divided by 12, 1344 divided by 12.06, made $1.11, which is a lot better per mile. So I know sometimes that's a little tricky to try to calculate that, especially when you have a time limit to take the offer or not. So I usually look at the time, and then also obviously the pay, and like how far it is, right? And try to figure out like, okay, is this gonna be worth it or not? Usually, if you shoot for the dollar per mile, so if it's like $10, 10 miles takes about 15-20 minutes, usually I would take something like that, because that's going to be worth it. But then if it's saying like $10 and it's like 15 miles and it takes more than 20 minutes, I'm like, okay, maybe I won't do that ride. And then also kind of considering, okay, is it going to take me into an area that's not going to be as good? So for instance, any rides going from San Bernardino, usually where I start, going all the way up to like Victorville, it might make like $30 or $40 maybe, but then I'm kind of stuck in Victorville, and then I have to like drive back. It's going to be hard to get rides coming back. I have like rarely, I think one time I took a ride out there just to see what it'd be like. Then I did some rides there, and then I eventually got a ride back, but it took like a couple hours. But the pay didn't seem like it was that great out there. And then considering, like, okay, if I don't get a ride back, that means I got to drive back and not get paid. So just something to keep in mind. So let's do a couple more here. So for Tuesday, let's see here. Okay, so there's a gap there. So let's look at Uber. So we're looking at Uber here. And so this is also Tuesday. So let's go down here. So this one was $10.47. So the original upfront was $9.09. That was the estimate. And we did 10 miles. So yeah, it looks like almost $1 per mile there. So let's see, 1047 divided by, what was it? 10.07. So yeah, it was $1.04 per mile, which is good. So that's the usual that I try to shoot for. And then I know they have the ride radar, I believe is what it's called, where it pops up. I know Lyft just started doing it as well. That way it doesn't kind of ruin your acceptance rate. But I think a lot of people are afraid to deny rides because they think they're going to get their account shut down. Honestly, I've denied probably like 20 rides in a row, and I haven't had any problems or any issues. Obviously, if you take a ride and then you cancel it, that's going to hurt you more than constantly declining rides just as they pop up. So that's just another thing to keep in mind there. So let's look at another Uber ride. And then one other thing that I like about Lyft over Uber is they show you exactly what's going on and where the money's going, right? So with Uber, they're kind of like, like this is what you get. And yeah, we're not going to tell you where any of the money is going or what the total amount is compared to, let's look at like a ride like this. They give you so much more information. Like the original passenger payment. So this is what the passenger paid, $17. They took out their fees, commercial auto insurance, other expenses. I wish they would kind of tell us what the other expenses are. Seems like they're kind of pocketing that. And then here's what, basically you're making after we take out all our fees, government, taxes, yada, yada, yada. So definitely like Lyft a lot better when it comes to this kind of thing. Uber, like I said before, they don't really give many bonuses. So if you guys have, experience in getting any bonuses recently, if you're an Uber driver, Lyft driver, let me know. I'm always curious to see if people are getting bonuses or quests with Uber compared to Lyft, which I get way more bonuses, and it's just a night and day difference. So let's keep it going. All right, so we're just finishing up for the night. It is 12:15 a.m. I drove for 5 hours and 49 minutes, and I only made $105.59, which comes out to, I believe, like a little over $18 an hour, which is not great. Especially with gas, maintenance, and everything like that. So today I didn't really catch any bonuses, and it was pretty slow since I did get a later start, like I said before. So tomorrow, definitely going to start, at least I think at 9 a.m. they're going to start doing like $3 extra per ride. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that and hopefully bump up that hourly. But for now, I'm just going to call it quits because, yeah, it's really not worth it at this point. So Day 2 down. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow's another day. See you on Wednesday.